Hi, it's Calder here from Singing Matters once again with more lessons from a singer who learned the hard way about vocal technique, ending up with an operation a few years ago to fix a cyst on my left vocal cord. Now I'm here trying to help people not go down the same route and fix some of those strain and tension problems that so many singers experience, and I had for years and years while I was out there professionally singing. I'm glad to say I finally worked it all out and I want to help you do the same thing. So we're going to do an exercise today around the buh sound, B-U-H, buh, okay? Get ready for the stupid noises. I will explain how this exercise works because it's very, very important to know why you are doing an exercise, what you gain from it, what sensations to look out for, and exactly how it's helping your voice. So we'll go a little bit into that, and then we'll jump into this exercise and just run right through your range using this to see if you can maintain that balance and get right through your bridge up into high notes. Let's get into it. The B-U-H, there's a few benefits you get from using this sound, okay? You may have come across it before. The B is a plosive consonant. So if you pretend you're about to say B or anything, a big buh, make this shape as if you're about to say it and then stop. What you'll get is this little bit of air pressure in the mouth. It kind of helps lower the larynx. It kind of helps lift the soft palate. It just dilates everything a bit inside. And we get this little bit of pressure that wants to release on the B sound from the lips. That's why it's a plosive. So we can use this as a way of helping understand the breath flow and trying not to overforce the air, but just allow that bit of pressure to release the sound, and then we stop it. And we stop it with the lips. So we're kind of going, Bob. I almost want you to think, Bob. Stop it with the lips, stop that airflow, and then get ready to do the next one, the next note. This is micro details of what seems like you're just going and running through a scale without any thought. But there's lots of detail which will help you get more from the exercise. So please pay attention to what's happening. Just feel for that. It's so subtle, as are many of the things we need to look out for in singing. But there's this sense of the air pressure build up and then release. Buh. What we don't want is like that. Buh, 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 pushing through the sound. We've already created enough air pressure by just forming a B in our mouth with the air ready to be released. We don't need to then push through it, and it can kind of help you understand whether you are doing that or not in your voice when you sing. If you get buh, 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 that's pushing it and throwing it and forcing it. Buh, 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 buh. We want it to kind of bounce, and we want to catch each next sound, each next note with the breath stopped on the lips. Buh, 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 buh. So we're just controlling the right amount of air and the right amount of pressure from that B. Okay, the U might help it encourage you just to keep a neutral larynx. You can maybe even think about buh, 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 just dampening them down, maybe slightly lowering the larynx just a little bit at the start of the exercise to encourage that to continue as you go up into the range and into your head voice. Enough chitter chatter. Let's get into this exercise. Just follow along with me. We're doing an arpeggio up to an octave, so but we hit the top note 4 times. Ba 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 ba, like that. So 4 times on the top note. Ba 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 ba, and try not to flip. Ba 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 ba, but just ba 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 ba. Just kind of pull up from where you are on the note before. Ba 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 ba, to reach up to that top octave, and just try and keep everything nice and open. Okay, let's go for it. Please join in and follow this and see what you gain from it. See what happens, guys, when you get up to here as your top note, and whether you can carry on through and keep that consistent through your bridge. Let's give it a go. Ba 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 ba. Okay, so starting on the C down there. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. So let me know how you did there. Wasn't perfect for me, but that's the whole point of doing warm-up exercises. You get to feel for which parts of your voice are struggling, where you're lacking balance, where maybe some tension creeps in, where maybe you push it too hard. I didn't quite get up to my top notes the way I wanted to there. Needed a bit of pharyngeal, a little bit of squeak added to that at the top end, but I kind of kept it ba, 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 a little bit open sounding on the very, very top notes. Tell me how you felt doing that as you get through your bridge. You might want to go back and re-tackle it in the key part of your range. Spend more time around the bridge than anything else when you're trying to get ready for a performance or a rehearsal or anything like that. Ba, 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 ba. Just trying to find that place for that E there. Or the F. Ba, 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. And the funny thing is, and I might try and find a way. I might try and find some ways to kind of demonstrate this, but those notes sound big and powerful and strong, but there's a sense of backing off and easing off and going smaller and less loud that isn't obvious to the ear when you hear it, especially on the mic. When I put these videos out, I'm like, it was so quiet in the room, but it sounded massive on the recording, and it's like, it's hard to get that across to people and make them really believe in that. But I'm not going super loud on those top notes. They will sound like it. They sound intense. The voice sounds intense at that part of your range. When you're going through your bridge, going into the high notes, it will sound intense. It gives the impression of loud and volume and shouting and big, but we have to back off to achieve it. And I will keep repeating these things to people to help them understand. So let me know in the comments how you find that exercise. What happens when you get up to your bridge? Can you carry it on all the way through? And use this as a warm-up. I say come back to this, use it as a warm-up, use it as a tester for the voice. It can really help balance things because you're keeping a nice neutral larynx. And you're watching out for the airflow in the way that you sort of catch the breath and practice not over forcing it. If it's not quite coming out right, just try and back off a little bit and see if you can get it to come through nice and clean and balanced with a little bit less air pressure, because that could be the problem. So that's my video for today. I hope it's useful to you. Please let me know in the comments. I'm going to do some different types of content and try and improve a few things on my channel because it's not going anywhere fast at the moment. So thank you very, very much for anyone who watches. And as always, the best of luck with your singing. Please let me know if you want some help with your voice, fixing strain, tension, and all those sorts of problems. I can get you through it. I've been there myself. It was a hard, long path, but you can do it. Please reach out with the links in the description, singingmatters.co.uk, and I'll see you on the next video.